what point do these details about characters and places become too much?
Characters are a different thing.
Yeah.
If you're writing about a nurse or a firefighter or uh, a stockbroker, then you need to talk to them and you need to know what the day to day is, what the ins and outs are. Particularly if they're your main character. Reader is not so forgiving when it comes to characters. Setting, you can fudge your way through that, but characters have to be authentic. And I'm talking strictly profession here. Emotional register is completely different. Everybody's different, and you have some leniency there.
The current winner of Booker Prize, David, now who wrote Flesh, I read that he had somewhere skipped talking about the looks of the characters, and I've read a few authors who kind of skip such details about how the character, their main protagonist, looks like, and that kind of intrigued me. That you leave it to the imagination of the reader.
The only details you need include is ones that directly affect your plot. I mean, you can throw in the odd line for authenticity and for setting and for atmosphere, but don't belabor them. Particularly, and you raise a very good point about the protagonist. I've read many stories where you have a very clear, vivid picture of what the protagonist looks like because it's important to the plot. If they only have one eye or a lisp, it has to make sense. It has to be a plot-driven point. Otherwise, leave it out. Readers will paint very scant details. Give an approximate age. Weathered skin is good enough. You don't have to go into detail. If you're talking about a fisherman, that spent years at sea, then it's worth going into the leathery skin on his forehead and all that sort of thing. You can allow the reader freedom to sort of paint their own mental image.